Do you want to take a life? Do you want to cross that line? Because it's a long way back from hell.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Marwan, Tolenilu. Ichaer Gwanar Navalano Sibaro no Kirar.
I learned a long time ago that there's no sense getting all riled up every time a bunch of idiots give you a hard time. In the end, the universe tends to unfold as it should. Plus, I have a really large penis. That keeps me happy.
Now, what you've got here is a scrotum and nothing else.
Vagina. My mind is a raging torrent, flooded with rivulets of thought, cascading into a waterfall of creative alternatives.
God darn it, Mr. Lamar. You use your tongue prettier than a $20 whore.
How much for the ape?
Saturday. What's up, everybody? Apologies to the Nerdrotics. Eric, this was a very, very last-minute decision. I decided to stream all of 20 minutes ago because I just finished a beast of a video, and I have another beast of a video to do before the end of the year. Two videos that are probably, well, let's see. The Force Awakens review is close to an hour, and then top 5 will be minimum 25 minutes. So probably 30. So I gotta get this stuff done. Plus, I like streaming, right? My wife's watching a corny ass Hallmark Christmas movie. And as much as I love spending time with my wife, I don't like corny ass Christmas movies, unless of course they have Dean Cain, which I think there's like 9 of them. There's 9 of them, but Merry Christmas, everybody. I felt so behind in getting into the Christmas spirit because of all the travels, but we are there. Trees are decorated. Room is decorated. We got the lights going. I am in the Christmas spirit. And I've got a lot of work to do, which is talking by myself in a room in a microphone. But I certainly hope you enjoy the Force Awakens review. Why am I doing it? It's the 10-year anniversary. And we often hear that, well, it takes a movie 10 years to become a classic. Even, okay, say it's like a flop and it's an underappreciated classic and everybody wants to point to Blade Runner. Every filmmaker who, has a movie flop thinks they have a Blade Runner. It's just misunderstood. It's ahead of its time. People don't understand it. Media literacy, blah, blah, blah. Well, I saw Blade Runner in the theater, one of the few people who did, and with my friend Doug Johnson, and my mom, blew my fucking mind, but it flopped because everybody expected an action. I expected an action movie, but I didn't know what this thing was called noir. And I just like, holy shit, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen, and went down the noir rabbit hole after that. But it wasn't until 10 years later when they re-released it with the director's cut, in the early 90s. And they didn't release the proper Vangelis soundtrack until like 94, which is a fucking masterpiece, by the way. But yeah, every flop, fucking Tron Ares. How many times do we hear that? Tron Ares will be an underappreciated classic. Legacy is underappreciated. What flopped? It didn't do that well, but that's a great movie. I love it. Got some horrible special effects, but with Jeff Bridges' rubber face, but I love it. But most movies just stay shit. Now, Force Awakens wasn't a flop. It made $2 billion. But we were hearing at the time, and we're still hearing with Last Jedi that, it'll be appreciated as a classic in 10 years. Well, it's been 10 years, not seeing a lot of appreciation for this classic, but it did start an era, an unintentional era. It did start something that was very culturally relevant. I can say that. But not Star Wars. It started something else. But I think for posterity, because I wasn't really making videos back then, that I'm going to do a proper review of that. And then The Last Jedi next. And then we'll put them all into some big thing later on. But what started out, which was going to be a 15-minute video, turned into a 55-minute video. And I actually had a lot of fun doing it. And Garrett, a fucking beast, gets that sucker done in 4 days. That is Herculean. That is God tier. I got to be careful not to break him, but God tier stuff that he got that done so quick. So yeah, should be out soon. But let's see who's here. We got Freddie. We got Kink Hunt. We got Swelter Mayo, Salazar Joseph, B Bounce, or is it B Ounce? JB24. Is it Manuel or Manuel? It's Manuel. Orderly Manuel. Holy fuck. 317. Darth Hut. Is that Darth Nut? It just moved on me. Darth Nut. The dude Lou. I almost said Law. Dark Zero. Neil Horn. One of the mics. So many mics. Jay Larson. What name do I know the most of right now? I think it's Jeremy. Lots of Jeremys out there. Lots of gay boys. Spiral, Greenhead, More Cox. Hi, More Cox. Welcome to the show. Film Freaks Pictures. What's up? We'll get to that in just a second. I think Eric K was in there. What's up, Eric K? My brother. Furious Phil. Yeah, we're just going to be shooting the shit. I'm going to be squaring up some stuff. Not going to get to everything tonight because I'm on a time limit. The wife said when the movie's over, we have to spend some time together. Doing what? I don't know. Longclaw, Catzilla, Toxic Walson. Walson. Okay. Mr. J Blow and Dark Schwartz Rising. Hail to everybody. Welcome to the show. Stream of consciousness. GraphWeb, for fuck's sake, cancel Disney Plus. That's gonna, my brother, your commitment to the cause is legendary, and we appreciate you. Disney Plus failed so spectacularly, and I think Disney knew it was going to fail. That's what was a big part of them buying Fox. It wasn't just the IPs, it was Hulu. You're getting an OG streaming service that was pretty much number 2 to Netflix, and now they're renaming Hulu Disney Plus, but in truth, Disney Plus is being absorbed into Hulu. So now you're gonna have to cancel Hulu and ESPN. Like, who in the fuck would want ESPN? Like, the drama around ESPN is more interesting than ESPN. That one chick who was like fucking everybody. Like, that's way more interesting than their takes on sports, which are so bland now. They used to talk shit back in the day. Remember when Jim Rome used to talk shit about athletes? They don't do that. Yeah, Disney will fuck it up. Saltine. Disney will fuck it up. You can count on it. You can fucking count on it. I was just going over for the video Bob Iger's his biography, which should be called "I Buy Shit and Fuck It Up," but I think it's called "Ride of a Lifetime." Wrote it too soon, buddy. Wrote it too soon. Let's see if we can, if I can pull up that video. Hang on. I have a clip. Where it is, right there. And if we get to the end, okay. So take me just a second. Un momento. Por favor. I just want to play what he says at the end of the chapter. Okay, so there's a whole chapter on Star Wars. I'm sure you guys have heard it, where he talks about betraying George and feeling bad about it, and George talking shit about him. But it's what they say, like, right at the end here. Let me double check this. So it's 1544. Yeah, okay.
It didn't make sense that he would retain creative control. His entire self.
All right, so if we go about to there. That's what he says right at the end here.
Looking back on the acquisitions of Pixar, Marvel, and Lucasfilm, the thread that runs through all of them, other than that taken together they transformed Disney, is that each deal depended on building trust with a single controlling entity. There were complicated issues to negotiate in all of the deals, and our respective teams spent long days and weeks reaching agreement on them. But the personal component of each of these deals was going to make or break them, and authenticity was crucial. Steve had to believe my promise that we would respect the essence of Pixar. Ike needed to know that the Marvel team would be valued and given the chance to thrive in their new company.
Ike Perlmutter was fired. Pixar's turned to shit.
And George had to trust that his legacy, his baby, would be in good hands at Disney.
Man, I wish he could rewrite that. So Pixar has been turned to shit. Ike Perlmutter was basically pushed out by Bob Iger. And Star Wars, George's legacy in Star Wars has been utterly, completely, thoroughly destroyed. And it's one for the history books. It's something that should be studied, how much corporatism, greed, ego, hubris, identity politics, agenda, activism can really destroy something that was beautiful, something that brought people together. I think the impetus of this channel and many others, well, I'll speak for myself, was what really got me into the game was Access Media, creatives, and companies going after fans, right? Going after fans. Now, people talk shit. I talk shit. But for the most part, I focus it on the IP and the creatives, especially the ones who open their mouths first and go after the fans, or somebody who deliberately puts something like Luke Skywalker drinking titty milk in a fucking movie, or killing Han Solo ridiculously, or, just the fucking Guy Ladriel. I go after those decisions because I know what's behind those decisions. Those aren't good creative decisions. Those are not authentic decisions. Do you think casting Black Snape is an authentic creative decision based solely on how amazing that actor was? I don't think anybody on planet Earth believes that, because it's not true. It's a deliberate decision to diminish Luke Skywalker and Han Solo and Captain Kirk and Spock. And these are deliberate decisions that go by a lot of people who were completely for them. Drinker said it like best on the Star Trek funeral. I actually added this in my video. If you feel like Star Trek, Lord of the Rings, Doctor Who, particularly with Doctor Who in that last season, or Star Wars hate you, is because the property doesn't hate you. And not everybody, like people on the crew, don't hate you. But there are producers and writers who do hate fandom and hate part of the fandom and wish you weren't around. But you don't get to choose the fandom. And that's just a fact. And Drinker said it best. He said, it's almost like through identity politics, they're airing out grievances, because they are, for past deeds, either real or imagined. So we had to make up for what Jodie Whittaker called Doctor Who, a practice in the male gaze, and Star Wars being too white, or Marvel being too white, all this other bullshit. So you're fighting racism with racism. And, well, that's airing a grievance. That's a personal grievance. And no real creator or writer worth their fucking salt would approach things like that. Alan Moore is a fucking nut. He's a commie wizard. He's a commie who thinks he's a wizard. But even Alan Moore can keep that shit out of certain stories. Go read Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow. And he is nihilistic as fuck. But even Alan Moore said the superhero genre was not supposed to be Watchmen at all. No, Alan Moore did not care for Reagan. Most artists and actors back in the day did not care for Ronald Reagan. He was just the latest person who was the devil, right? But they all flourished under his presidency. Flourished. And the reason Reagan came in and was so successful is because the 70s were shit. But it also did create an era of the neocon, unfortunately. What's up? One-armed wolf. Wolves have arms. Wolves have arms. But yeah, it was really interesting. It was the first time I had seen it in 10 years. First time I'd seen it in 10 years. I'm like, holy shit. So the one thing that I'll point out in my video is, you know how the Rise of Skywalker kind of united the fandom? Like everybody thinks it sucks. It's the same fucking movie. It's just as bad. Absolutely just as bad. Cheer me up. I turned 54. Not as fun as 45. You have 10 more years of wisdom, and Manuel, you're out of that midlife crisis, which is fucking brutal. Hits you in your 40s. It hits some people different. Some people in the late 40s. It hit me in the early 40s, but it's hit other people in the late 40s and 50s. But it is an identity crisis. It's real. It's real as fuck, and it ain't fun. But once you get the other side, you're like, I like being old. I like having I like having a little experience. And, when, especially when you're facing tough times, a crisis, you're like, I've gotten through worse, and, I'm alive. I do my gratitude list. Grateful for you guys, grateful for a brilliant family, grateful for this crazy gig that I got later in life. We've had so much fun and be able to do so much stuff. Grateful for a lot of things. Grateful for my sobriety, of course. Of course. Experience and wisdom is nice, but I don't know everything. So I'm not too old to learn, like a lot. A lot. Let's see. Let's get rid of Bob. Get Bob out of my fracking face. You rock. I can't possibly rock when you're rocking, Jackson. I can't possibly rock when you're rocking. Hope everybody's like ready for Christmas. We are doing our Christmas Eve live stream Wednesday night. As if he gets better, and Mahler and maybe others, tracking Santa, just having a good time. And it's for those of you who will need a little company. I've been there. Couple Thanksgivings, couple of Christmases, more than a couple. In prison, sucked. Holy crap, they sucked. That's when it's really quiet in there. The only time it's really fucking quiet in prison is during the holidays. And everybody's thinking about it. Like, what have I done? They're thinking about like when they were a kid with mom opening presents, and look where I am now. Like, you can feel the contemplation and regret in the air. It's brutal. It is brutal. But yeah, news-wise, I have no idea what's going on right now. Kind of quiet, I think. WB sale, blah, blah, blah. Doomsday trailers are massive disappointments. Odyssey prologue looked pretty fucking dope, despite like it not looking historically accurate, like at all. You have to ask Metatron and stuff. I don't even think they got the boats right, but that's okay. I still am really looking forward to this movie. It feels like old Hollywood, something like Spartacus or Ben-Hur. 10 Commandments. I fucking love the 10 Commandments. It's one of my all-time favorite movies. Old Hollywood. But yeah, it also got me thinking. I would love for next year to, can we get like 5 good movies and maybe 3 good TV shows? Remember that when that was easy? I am dying for a good TV show to cover and watch. There is one out there right now, but it's really just not the speed of the channel. Landman is unfucking believable this season. Can't say enough about it. That show has no business being this good, but it is top tier. We'll do a finale watch stream. It's in 3 weeks. I think it's in 3 weeks. We'll do a finale, but we're gonna do some other stuff. But I really enjoyed doing kind of a retro review. I need to find a title for my retro reviews. Maybe the chat can help me out, but haven't thought anything good yet. Haven't thought. I have like 5 possible titles for this, but I want to do like we're going to be doing Ghostbusters 2016 on its 10-year anniversary because I've never seen it. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to do some stuff that I like. I've been wanting to do a Bright video forever. Love that fucking movie. I know a lot, not everybody does, but I do. But I think Night of the Seven Kingdoms next month is going to be awesome. And Star Trek Academy is going to be shit. Going to be shit. Oh my God, look at Gillian Anderson. Holy shit. She looks great. She looks great. All right. Star Trek TOS versus TNG question. Who wins? Ruck or Data? Data. Because I like him more. Alex, thank you for the $4.99. Here, have some of my winnings from the Tate and Demore fight. Oh, well, thank you. Like, did Andrew Tate fight? Tate? I don't know. I know, what's his face fought yesterday. Why am I blanking on his name? What's his face? YouTuber. Never watched any of his stuff, ever. Ever. Jake Paul. That's it. Yeah, he got knocked out. Hey, fought though. Netflix will remove She-Ra reboot. Good riddance. Are they really doing that? That's hilarious. Good. Thank you, Doge pal. Jackson Cagle, sup and hail. Sup and hail to you, brother. B-Chain 315 for $5. Hail, Gary. Hope all is well. Just made some tacos. Tacos sound really good right now. Now I get to relax with my dog and tabletop with my buddy tomorrow. Merry Christmas. That sounds fucking awesome. Frank Casamento is a new member. And Frank Casamento has gifted 5 Nerdrotic memberships. Thank you. Most disappointing show and why? Loki or this is from Jay Larson. Good question for $1.99. Moon Knight. Moon Knight is Disney's most disappointing thing. There's bad. There's really bad. There's stuff I don't like, but stuff that could have been great that was horrific was Moon Knight. You had good casting with Oscar Isaacs. And the costume looked good. But then you went down the multiple personality road with Moon Knight and Mark Spector, which I hate. If you had just done early, Sienkiewicz when he was doing the art, Moon Knight, slam dunk. You got a supernatural Batman. Instead, yeah, it's a fucking and now nobody's going to watch it. And of course he had to be led around by the Scarlet Scarab, a gender swapped superhero that nobody's fucking heard of. Loki is disappointing for what it did to the lore and everything. I get, but for me, it's Moon Knight. I know how damaging Loki was, though. You think Doctor Doom will squash everyone WWE style or will take a beating before winning the end? I think it'll be a little bit of both. It's going to be a long-ass movie. RDJ will do good. Like, the guy's a great actor, so I have no doubt he'll do good. But I have a feeling like characters like Simulu, and this would be good, very little screen time. But I think the older X-Men and whatever cameos we get, I think they will be dead. And I'm not like, I don't know. I don't think you bring a bunch of heroes back together just to kill them all. But that's probably what's going to happen. It's going to be a lot more like Doctor Strange Mom than anything else. Or the Flash. Ooh. Be outs for 20 says, time to give you some funny news. A Kick streamer went to a club and got his ass beat for calling this guy the F slur, KO'd in one punch. Also, well, you get what you get. There needs to be a lot more of that in the world. There just does. Also, question, have you read the files? I did, and I needed to take a shower. I have not read the Epstein files because I can't read through black ink. But I may for the end of the week. But yeah, you got to be in a mindset for that, because that, like, with all the pissing and moaning politically about it, it's dark, dude. And the fact of the matter is, which is even more of a dark thing to think about, still going on. Still going on. The rot and the corruption in Washington is a cancer on our system. And if we are a society that cannot protect our children, we are not a society. I'm not going to go all Tim Pool on you and say, civil war, but the cultural battle is just beginning. I would have loved to tell you that during the election, there was a cultural shift. We had this coalition of Democrats, libertarians, independents, and Trump, like, trying to clean out the rot of Washington, and things are going to be okay. Things can be okay, but we can no longer rely on a single politician or even multiple politicians to fix fucking anything. We need to do it ourselves. I need to do it. You need to do it. We need to get off our ass and do it ourselves. And it's going to be fucking hard, and it's not going to be completed in our lifetime. But, think about your nieces, your nephews, your cousins, your kids, in whatever case. Because we will be Europed quickly. Quickly. It doesn't mean black pill. Black pill doesn't help anybody. Quitting is for quitters. You know that, right? TFA didn't change. We, the fans, did, and that's okay. Doge, I understand what you're saying, but I don't necessarily agree with all of that. I think a lot of people, I'm not going to blame fans for being hopeful and optimistic and wanting to go see a movie and being super excited about Star Wars. We all were before it came out. The hype machine for that thing was unfucking believable, well played, and well done. And it was a con. It was clickbait. It was cinematic clickbait. It was a con. People went, and because they loved Star Wars, they remained hopeful. But you kill my favorite character, Han, and I'm like, fuck you. And especially the way you did it. And looking back on it, good Lord, people actually wrote fucking articles. Multiple articles. I bet you if I look right now, I'll find one. That Rey wasn't a Mary Sue. But the 10 reasons Rey is absolutely not a Mary Sue. April 17th, 2024. I bet you can guess the site. You got one guess. Yeah, people write fucking articles. First search. Now, if you go and you can grok this or fucking whatever, go look at the top 5 traits of the Mary Sue. She hits them all. Let's see. I'll grok it, which is not the best. Top 5 traits of the Mary Sue. There's Gary Stew's too. Don't get me wrong, but Here we go. You ready? Tell me if any of these apply to Rey Skywalker. Perfection without flaws, universal adoration, exceptional talents in everything, tragic backstory for sympathy, plot bending luck. Check, 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 check. So, I think one of the copes was when she first did the Jedi mind trick, the thing she had never fucking heard of on Daniel Craig's Stormtrooper. She failed the first 2 times. She's not a Mary Sue. She failed the first time she did it, but she got it in the 3rd try within 5 minutes without having any training or knowledge of the Force 2 days ago and not knowing what a Jedi mind trick is. So she's not a Mary Sue. It's like, get the fuck out of here, you disingenuous, or you're just retarded. I don't know. Neither one are good. Oh my God. Sean Morrison. Look at you. I'm not going to put your picture. No, that's too late. Now everybody can see your picture. Oops. I accidentally clicked on the guy who wrote this article. Rey Skywalker is absolutely not a Mary Sue, from staff writer Sean Morrison. Look at that little twitch. Maybe he's got Bell's palsy or something. I don't know. Rey Skywalker has been accused of being a Mary Sue, a character who is overly powerful and skilled with little explanation. There are several reasons why Rey can't be considered a Mary Sue, and Star Wars has done a good job of explaining how she became so powerful. I'm interested to see this. Is he going to tell me that it's explained in a comic book or a book? Rey also doesn't fit the Mary Sue criteria because she isn't a perfect hero. She has many flaws and faced several problems that she couldn't immediately solve. Da, 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 da. All right. So how was she able to do the Jedi mind trick? How was she able to block a dark force using master with no fucking training whatsoever and then probe his mind? Why did Luke Skywalker's lightsaber call out to her? How did she pilot the Millennium Falcon when she said she didn't know how to pilot it? But she piloted it not just shitty, like masterfully. Masterfully. And the other trait of the Mary Sue is the adoration, and they're given everything. And by the end of the story, she's given everything and hasn't fucking earned it. So yeah, there's articles written how she's not a Mary Sue, and it's like, no, she is the quintessential Mary Sue. The quintessential Mary Sue. I don't know if I saw Adrian Curry in here or not. If so, hello, my lady. Hope you and your man are having a good Christmas. Having a good Christmas up there in the wild woods of the north. One of the smartest people from Hollywood, because she got the fuck out and probably saw, you know what? I know I watch her makeup streams, right? Because, I need to know how to properly apply my eyeliner and my eyeshadow. But aside from that, she's seen some shit in Hollywood. Bet you she hasn't told. Adrian, you should write a book. You should write a motherfucking book. I'd read the shit out of it. Alrighty. Now we're going to kind of flip from new and old. And again, I'm not going to get all of this done. There was a lot. You guys were awesome yesterday. Zachary Levi. How great was he? How fucking cool was he? Made a great case for, I was really, I don't know about indifferent, but I'm not passionate either way on AI. I'm just like, well, I've accepted it. But made a good argument. And then Red Letter Media did a very good video on AI a couple of days ago. Very good video. You see, they can criticize me and I can still watch their stuff and like it. I do take a little shot at them in the TFA. But that's for the prequel fans. Looking out for you, even though I completely agree with them on the prequels. But yeah, as I said early on, you can like whatever the fuck you like. You can like Superman. I don't care. I was at the meetup right after Superman came out, and half the people at the meetup liked it. We had a great discussion. We disagreed. Didn't change anybody's mind. They didn't change mine. I didn't change their mind. But we were like, all good, because ultimately we all want a good Superman movie. We all want Superman to be good. We all want Spider-Man to be good. I want the X-Men to be good. But, there's been enough evidence that it's probably not going to be. Now, could things be, especially with Marvel, right? One stinker, sure. Two stinker, but like 9, okay. The more I think about Superman, the worse it gets. But the great irony of it is that there's fans. There's fans and people who like it, and that's cool. And then there's, there's people who like the Snyder cut, right? I don't call them Snyder bros because they are. And we've had our backs and forth. But I like some of Snyder's stuff. But like when they say ridiculous shit like, well, Man of Steel is far superior than Donner's Superman, I'm like, well, that's just objectively wrong. You could say you like Man of Steel more, and I'd go, okay, that's cool. But like when you're like, no, it's better, it's like, that it's not, though. It's not. It's one of the greatest superhero movies ever made. It's not. But I like Man of Steel. But then the gun fans who hate the Snyder Bros, I call them the gun gooners, say the same shit. They were saying the same shit in my chat. And they're the guys who are reply guys. They like essentially just every time you talk about Superman, they are there. They are there. Like you're talking about their mom. It's just like Last Jedi fans. Exactly like Last Jedi fans. Raylos. Fucking Raylos. Don't be a Raylo. Don't be a Raylo. Hail, Gary, have you and the gang thought about the 2026 meetup? Also, it's always fun watching Adrian Curry. Oh, that's why I saw her. Put on the makeup and talk nerd stuff. It is Neil Horn. She's great. She's great. So, yeah, check out her channel in the morning. It's great. She's a wise lady. No. MegaCon is planned by Geeks and Gamers. I'll be there. Wherever I'm told to be, I'll be. But that is planned by Geeks and Gamers. Vegas, because MegaCon fucking moves their dates, and it's not like by a couple weeks, it's by months. So it's too close to Vegas. So I'm having to move Vegas a second time, which is a bit annoying, but I'll do it. And I think we're shooting for August. I know it's hot, but like nobody's running around outside in Vegas. And we might do it around because it's Star Trek's 60th anniversary. And despite all the shit, there's a bunch of Star Trek I like. So that's how we started. We started doing the meetup around the Star Trek convention in Vegas. So, and I think that's better than CinemaCon, which is too expensive to get into anyway. And I wouldn't pay to get in there. So that's the plan for that. Other than that, it's Japan in May. That's what we are focused on. Well, I actually am focused on like next year's going to be really busy in our space. Lots of stuff coming out starting in January. But yeah, we're talking about the spring meetup will be MegaCon, and it's in March. And it's on. I just don't know. You got to ask Jeremy about that one. But I'll be there. Would you have infamous director Yui Boll on your channel asking him anything? I'm in contact with him and would be interested. Let me know. Sure. But I don't have like these. I mean, I know the meme of Yui Boll, but like I don't have these strong feelings. I've talked to him. It was on Side Scrollers. I think we were on Side Scrollers. Talked to him briefly, but sure, absolutely. Merry Christmas, Gary, says Furious Phil. Merry Christmas to you. Thank you, brother, for $10. If you think they are bringing back Steve Rogers for anything good, you're crazy. He'll be humiliated and killed off. Fizenthorpe, some people might go, you are jaded. And I'm going to say you're realistic. You're realistic. I think there's a very good chance it's Hydra Cap, or they'll bring him back as Steve Rogers and he'll go, hey, Captain America. He'll keep calling Sam Captain America. And if they want to fail that hard, like, why bother bringing him back? Like, rip the Band-Aid off, Disney. I've always said you don't have to listen to us. You obviously don't. But for the love of fucking God, do not listen to them. Them being the kind of people who are fucking mad that Sam Wilson isn't Captain America, because he isn't. And as Ryan pointed out, as I pointed out, there's not enough of them to make a movie successful. There isn't enough of them. There isn't enough of Acolyte fans to watch it. There isn't enough of them to make a movie successful. And Hollywood has been chasing them, the modern audience, forever, which are just a bunch of fucking weirdos who don't watch this shit or don't pay for it. They probably all pirate it. Thank you, Gizmo Sereno. Appreciate the super sticker for €5. Eric K. No matter where on YouTube you say fig, everyone knows it's Jeremy. Well, he brought it on himself. For being a fig. I know you're listening, Jeremy. You out there with your boyfriend? No, I'm just kidding. Nick the Quick for 20 Canadian pesos. Cheers, brother, and Merry Christmas. I always wanted to ask you, what are your thoughts on the movie Pink Floyd The Wall? Fucking love it. Absolutely love it. It's a masterpiece to me. That's one of my all-time favorite bands. I know everybody hates Roger Waters because he's super pro-Palestine, right? And then David Gilmour is on the other side, and they've always hated each other, but they made beautiful music. Beautiful music. Live at Pompeii. I was just watching the video Live at Pompeii, which is in 4K, which I still need to get. It's so fun. Echoes is like, oh, it gets you. I love their music. But, and here's the big but, I've watched The Wall 40 times. I've watched it sober once. But it's great. It's great. Hang on. Album. Yeah. Oh, love the movie. Only complaint about the album is it's missing songs, like really good ones. Like What Shall We Do Now? That song, that's a banger, and they just didn't put it on the album. Favorite Pink Floyd album? I was asked this the other day. Sober, Wish You Were Here. Really fucking high, Animals. I don't get high anymore. So, Gary, did you get the Terminator 2D No Fate the game? I did. Dark Zero, I did. Will I play it this year? Hopefully. Got a lot of work to do. But the plan is to do some square ups where X-Ray Girl reads the. I haven't told her that, so she's going to be hearing about it for the first time now. Having her read the super chats while I play. Dun, 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 dun. One moment. There you go. All right. Thank you. Sorry. In your book, who drew the opening comic? Well, I mean, there's a couple, but Vector Visual, the guy who does our FNT posters. I'm tapping on one right now that you cannot see. But Vector Visual. We had lots of artists. We had Sindek. We had Kelly Jones. Not Sindek. Sorry. I was thinking of somebody else. Sindek does our logo. But yeah, lots of artists who contributed, and it was quite nice. But yeah, that was Vector Visual. Thank you, Grand Elf. Gary, why does entertainment have to be this hard? It has to be. Zachary Levi talked about it yesterday, and I've talked about it a lot. It's because bankers and investment people and financial analysts and HR departments are making decisions and not creative people. And a lot of the good creative people have been driven out because of these risk-averse bankers and HR departments that want to dictate, like, even if you have a talented person, they have to have a new diverse person with them. That's just not how it works. That's not how meritocracy works. So it has been turned into a widget. It has been turned into a product for content. Star Wars should not be hard. But they had to actually work hard to fuck up as much as they did. Indiana Jones shouldn't be hard. Star Trek shouldn't be hard. None of this should be hard. Snape shouldn't be black. I mean, they just create more problems for themselves because they're worried about this minority who is not going to watch or care. Watch or care. Even Snape on the he's the worst thing in the audiobook. Like the guy voicing him, I don't care what color he is. He just sucks. He's not good. But everything in the audiobook is top tier. Everything. Then you get the Snape, and it's just like the guy's like, oh, you don't even know. You don't understand the assignment at all. But it doesn't have to be that hard for professionals, particularly ones who have been around. And you know what? It is not. It's an elite art. Not everybody can do it. Not everybody should do it. And when you get rid of the elite, just because of the color of their skin or the religion, well, and you're hastening your own demise. Corporatism doesn't help. I am very much a free market capitalist, but I don't like large corporations sucking everything up. Don't have a solution for it. I hate government regulation, but it's not good. Warner Brothers being bought by Netflix is not good. For selfish reasons. I like 4K Blu-rays. Love them. And Warner Brothers is quite good with physical media. Quite good. And we're going to lose that. I'm going to have to start making them myself, which I will do. And I will print out, liner notes and everything. But they make it hard on themselves. They have all the talent there. They are still the center of it. Hollywood is still the center of entertainment. As far as like craftspeople, crew, like that is the top tier talent. The IATSE members, the poor guys who are just working class and get caught in the middle. Poor guys and gals who get caught in the middle of the bullshit from the fucking producers and stupid ass actors who are just dumb as fuck for the most part. But yeah, I feel bad. I know some crew people who are really good people. Good people. How was the "why are you gay" guy on Piers? Piers asked him. Gerald, I think that's pretty much it. Melissa asked me, like, how did you get Zachary Levi? And well, we asked him. You just go, hey, bro, you want to come on? You know, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. I don't know how Piers pulled that off, but having the "why are you gay" guy on with the Pope's brother, one of the most surreal experiences I've ever had on the internet or in life. But it was great. Listen. Piers won't agree with everything I say. I won't agree with everything Piers said. I think he stepped in it quite a bit. But the one thing about his show is he's a really fucking good interviewer, and he's like the next Jerry Springer for sure. Absolutely sure. What's up, Gary Hale? What's up, One Armed Wolf? Hale, brother. Ludacris, 2 for $50. Love that avatar. That is some. There's no sleep in there too. Book is as good as it is late and gay. Oh yeah, thanks, Gary. You're not on time, but you're on YouTube. There you go. It's called Waiting for Nerdrotic. I'm glad you liked it. It's available on Amazon now. By the way, for Barnes & Noble, Amazon, you can get it. Kindle, hardcover, softcover. It's all there if you want to get it. We were, I'm sure briefly, number 1 new bestseller in a couple of like just niche categories. So graphic novel, like historical graphic novels, autobiographical graphic novels, biographies, and educational graphic novels. So like the fact that my book was on a top 10 list of anything educational is hilarious. Don't know if it is anymore, but it was for the first couple of days. I screenshotted it. And that's going to, showed it to my kids. So thanks, everybody. That was pretty awesome. We beat a DC book. Thank you, Ludacris. The past 10 years, we lost an entire generation of young men because of this DEI stuff that people are finally realizing is the problem. You're not wrong. COVID, the last 10 years, the degradation of, society overall, but particularly the score settling with men, particularly young men. We hear about so much kindness and decency. We show none to young men who are going through some pretty tough times. They are most likely to suffer from severe depression. They are the highest suicide rate, not per capita. That would belong to the trans people, but they often get put through a meat grinder. They have all these expectations put on them, but they are shown none of the empathy. I mean, it goes on and on and on. And they are shown no empathy because of a bunch of twats who go to school and think that they're part of the patriarchy. And it's been this narrative that comes from the poisonous den of vipers and snake oil salesmen and women from our universities. And I could say this with all confidence, you're better off putting your kid into a trade school right now. For one, most of the bullshit that they're, aside from, even doctors and lawyers, a lot of paralegals, a lot of people are going to get replaced with AI very soon. So you want to maybe direct yourself to being a plumber, be an electrician, be a welder, be an auto mechanic, go work at Tesla. Find a skilled labor job that cannot be replaced by AI. Fucking handyman. A handyman's hard to find. Contractors, difficult to find. Just look up how many successful people have just in the regular world. Now, again, there are exceptions to everything, like a physicist, a doctor. You want them to go to school. Yes, very much so. But yeah, if you're sending your kid to art school or film school or some sort of insert here studies, just light your money on fire. Light your money on fire. I went to or just be smarter about it. Like, it's okay if like they want to go to a film school. Don't send them to the what was it called again? The San Francisco Academy of the Arts. That is a fucking factory. That is a fraud factory. And at one time they owned the most land in San Francisco. Made a lot of money. But there's just not that many jobs in the arts. They're cranking out people, and 1 out of 1,000 is going to make it in the industry or on their own. So I went to San Francisco State. A buddy of mine, John Reed, he did very well with this job too. So it's gone now. It's a program that was called a digital media intensive. And it was essentially new media, not really film school, but video school, like editing, interviews and everything. No theory. All theory is taken out. It is just practical. You are learning how to use a camera. You're handed one the first day. You are learning how to edit the first day. And it's 4 months solid, 6 days a week, 10 hours a day. And I spent 10 grand on that. And my buddy John, through that, worked for Netflix, worked for Ascent Media, worked for Disney, worked on Disney Plus back in the early days. He got like a good job out of it. I got a Technicolor job out of it, realized I hated it and left, but, and then thought, well, my money was completely fucking wasted. And then I did YouTube. It came in pretty fucking handy, but most cases it's not, it's a waste of time. Which is sad. You want to support your kid, but yeah, I don't know about film school, man. I don't know about film school. Hey, Gary, just got myself the Lord of the Rings box set. Sweet. What other books would I be missing, and are there worth getting from Tolkien? All of them. All of them. So read in this order: The Hobbit, The Lord of the Rings, The Silmarillion, and then just go to Unfinished Tales, The Fall of Gondolin, The Children of Hurin. Like, it is all epic. I might be a little biased because I fucking love the guy and I love everything he does. And it's not just the stories he tells, it's how he tells it, what a wordsmith, his prose, which I didn't know what the fuck that was till I started reading Tolkien. It's the way he uses language is art, is beauty. And his stuff is steeped in myth, legend, very much his Catholic faith is imprinted on that. Doesn't bother me as somebody who's not Catholic at all. And it's fucking dark. Like, people talk about George R. Martin, all that shit. Fucking Tolkien was doing incest and betrayal and political all before him. And it's metal as fuck too. There's like awesome battles, but there's still that hope, and there's still the traditionalism of a hero will rise. And not like, oh, we're just nihilism. Now, he has the nihilism of a Catholic. The Catholic, this is from, I'm paraphrasing a quote from him, but he's just like resigned to realize that I will die basically in a sinful world. But like what Lord of the Rings shows you that A Song of Ice and Fire doesn't is what you're fighting for. You're fighting against the darkness. You're fighting against evil, but what are you fighting for? And not just revenge. What are you fighting for? I love A Song of Ice and Fire. I read the shit out of it. But there's nothing necessarily inspirational, aspirational. I wouldn't want to spend 1 second in Westworld. Dude, I want to retire in the Shire. But yeah, just get it all. Get it all. He even does Going the Green Knight. So I would say get that too. That's really good. It's really good. Raging Rhino, what's up, buddy? Merry Christmas to you. You fucking weirdos who celebrate Christmas in the summer. God bless you. Sorry what happened in Bondi Beach. That was fucking horrible. Watching that was horrible. Horrible. Poor 10-year-old girl, man. And people criticizing that dude for taking away the gun and not taking a shot. Like, listen, it's fucking people, not you guys here. You're cool. Motherfuckers on Twitter. Would you have taken that shot in Australia, knowing that if I take this shot, I'm probably in jail the rest of my life? Sure, I'm going to be a hero, but I'm going to have to deal with some fucking woke cunt who will put me away because we can't have, citizens. We have the police here. It's like, fuck off. But it's real easy to say you're going to pull the trigger on somebody. Would you? I mean, when you're faced with that shit, I think we all love to think that, oh, I'll be this brave and this, but when the shit goes down, you don't fucking know until the shit goes down. You don't know. But that guy walking up, getting plugged a couple of times and then taking that gun away, fucking amazing. I wish he would have shot the guy too, but he didn't. I'm not going to criticize him for it. He did more than the cops. Did more than the cops. Sending some extra warm thoughts to those that are alone on Christmas. Some Norwegian guy. Yeah, what a good dude. Right back at you. Yeah, we'll be live, keeping you guys company. Because there will be people working. There'll be truck drivers out there. There are circumstances where, because of work and I can't get time off, or your family's just not around anymore, or you're estranged from your family. There is every circumstance under the sun. So, yeah, we'll keep you company. Keep you. God damn, I hated fucking Christmas in prison and in jail and homeless. Like, that was the worst. That was actually worse than prison, was being homeless. So, walking around Encinitas, and everybody's got their lights and you can hear the families in the room and, in their houses having a good time. And I'm fucking walking around high as fuck alone. It was brutal. Brutal. Ludacris, thank you for the 20, brother. And you're a new member. And you gifted 10 Nerdrotic Live memberships. Hail, Ludacris. Spidey's the GOAT, dude. Gary, Lorelei of Southern Fried Cinema Siblings. We share the same favorite movie. Check out our episode, Big Trouble in Little China, the most American movie. It is. It is. I hope I pronounced your name right. I'm just going off, Valerian and Lorelei. In my humble opinion, Jack is the American spirit and Wang is the American dream. You're 100% correct. May the wings of liberty never lose a feather. God, I need to see that. Imagine going back in time and watching Star Trek Academy immediately after watching TNG, the best of both worlds, when it aired. Like, seriously, what the fuck? Nick the Quick, that would be brutal. That would be brutal. Lying in the pool. That you might, Nick, you might get like, I think you'd get whiplash from that and die. Lying by the pool, drinking a non-alcoholic mojito. You're a bloody legend. Helen, you are. Thank you. I'm just a retard with a mic. Good evening. It's 2 a.m. here in the UK. Just enjoying some Saturday Night White. Street Fighter gives Kung Fury vibes. Agree? Oh, the trailer. I thought the trailer was good. I'm actually excited to go see that movie. I'm looking forward to it. It looks fun. I know. Well, I played the game like back in the day, a little bit with my kids, but I can't say Friday Night Whites. I know jack shit about it. Hey man, Merry Christmas. What do you think about the Project Hail Mary coming in March? Have you heard good things? I have heard a lot of good things. That it's very well made. Andy Weir is happy with it, and I love the book. And it is pinned as one of the movies I'm looking for. I'm looking forward to Spider-Man Brand New Day. I think that is actually going to be good. Out of all the superhero movies, that's the one I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to One Piece Season 2. I'm looking forward to The Night of the Seven Kingdoms. And I'm looking forward to Project Hail Mary very much. And The Odyssey. So there's 5 things I'm looking forward to next year, which I'm pretty excited about. Hell, March, we got One Piece. We got Project Hail Mary. There's something else. What else did we have in March? Can't remember. But there's something else. Thank you, Mr. Draymond. Hail, Gary. Merry Christmas. Currently on a long drive hauling cattle from California to Oklahoma and back. I will be making the drive in 3 days. Thanks for the listen on the drive. Dude, thanks for out there being a working man. As Jeremy says, sip a water, bubbly water for the working man. JR, drive safe. Lucas says, do it for 20. Do it. You heard of Sinclair method for achieving sobriety. I have. I believe in the Bill W method. But, it's worked for people. But member berries. Lots of member berries, Ludacris. Lots of member berries. I go, you know what? I don't really get into the member berries in my TFA review. I get into the shittiness of the movie. But it's 55 minutes long. I loved TFA in 2015, and now I really don't know why. LOL. I literally feel stupid now and see it for what it is. Fooled me back then once. It takes a big man with a sack to admit that. Listen, I saw Star Trek 2009, Corey, and I loved it. Not knowing like what it would bring on, but I fucking loved it. And I can understand why people would like it. Because, nobody knew, but now we've had the pattern repeated so many times. You're like, oh, Mad Max Fury Road. Fucking loved that movie. I watched one fucking video on how it is feminist propaganda. Because remember, people were clowning people who were saying it was feminist propaganda, including me. Then I watched this video. Then I watched it again. I went, it's feminist propaganda. And it is the precursor to The Bait and Switch. A movie that technically really well made. And honestly, Furiosa does not have as much feminist propaganda as Fury Road. So it's all good. We are the generations where billionaires capitalize on every facet of survival. Media is bought and paid for, same as politicians. Something's gonna give, and it will. Loki Odinson, and we don't want it to give the wrong way. Because there's a lot of idiots out there who believe that if we live in a communist government, that they will be able to blog, or that's dated. They'll be able to TikTok and live stream and write poetry and paint and do whatever they want because the rich people will pay for it. That's not how it works. It's not how it will work. And the whole point of Animal Farm shows that communism is going to devolve into a totalitarian system that's just replacing the old elites with the new elites. Meet the new boss, same as the old boss. Here's the problem. Huge corporatism, big problem. But there's fuckers out there like Hassan Piker who think the solution is the government. Neither is a good option for accountability, but you have at least a little with the corporation, or you have a choice to go somewhere else. Now, that somewhere else might be only 3 places, but you still have a choice to go somewhere else, or a mom and pop. You won't. The big daddy corporation, and it's a corporation, will be the government. You will not be able to get, there will be no accountability. They can tax you, take money out of your bank whenever they want, whenever they feel you are not worthy to go get your money in the bank. And it will be run by a totalitarian dictator. Did Castro give up power? Well, he had to when his health went downhill, but he didn't give up power. So Winnie the Pooh giving up power? Maduro down in fucking Venezuela, he got beaten in an election like every fucking time because we're not robots. So the best option is not the safest. It's not the cleanest. It's the free market. Giles McCoy is becoming a member. Hail, Giles. Appreciate you. Superheroes that you think are overrated and underrated. Oh, that's a big question. That is a big question. I'd have to give that some thought. Underrated superhero. Deathlock. I've always felt like Deathlock was one of the most underrated superheroes for Marvel. Really interesting character. He's black. He's a black zombie, but he's black. I mean, he's alive. He's not dead, but and he's from the future. He's they had him in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but Deathlock is fucking awesome. Completely underrated. And I would say for the long time, well, they fucked him up, but I'd say Moon Knight was underrated and underused for some reason. As far as DC is concerned, oh boy. I'd have to give that some thought. Good question, though. Girls Get It Done, says Ludacris for $10. That's right. But it's actually wrong. I remember them casting the Raid actors in Star Wars Force Awakens as Kanjik Club just to be killed off in the lamest way. Wasted potential. Fuck Disney. That's right. That was the Raid guys. That's right. Yeah, they have Space Scots and Space Asians, and they just get killed by a monster. But that's Jar Jar. It's all about the hype. And then when you actually have to deliver, it's hollow, it's empty, it's nothing. It's an empty mystery box. Stargate Universe is better than I remember, says Matthew. That's good to know. Thank you, Matthew. DC has always been better than Marvel. There are higher stakes. Then there are Looney Tunes and Thunder. Has DC always been better than Marvel? I'm a Marvel guy. One of the strengths of Marvel, I think, is kind of run its course, like it being the world outside your window and a consistent continuity, not consistent, but like an unbroken continuity. I think that is now broken, and I think Marvel does need a complete reset at this point. Not that it would bring me back, because the talent for comics isn't there. And I'm not going to go back for fucking Scott Snyder again or Jason Aaron. I mean, these are like fucking, there's no names coming up. We're like, those are going back 20 years now, 20 some years. There's nothing that excites me. And it's my favorite thing. Comics are my favorite medium. They've been my passion my entire life. I learned how to read on them. I still buy them. I still buy new ones, but I just don't buy Marvel and DC. I go to my LCS once a week, spend a bunch of money. But yeah, at times DC has been far superior. Far superior. Thank you, Ludacris, for the 50, by the way. What? No. And Merry Christmas, Gary. I work in auto parts, and I laugh every time you mention your Tesla days. Oh, yeah. Well, because that's not even auto parts, bro. I felt like, I sold tires. That's what I sold. And batteries. So where do you work? I don't know. I think you want to, do you work at a dealership? You work at a dealership? That's my gig. That's my gig I can go back to anytime I want is auto parts. I can get a job anywhere. Anywhere. But it's, you know what? It's a great job because it's task oriented. So if you're like German and you like to accomplish things every day, you get your little checklist of, I don't know if you're handling, wholesale to shops or or you might do both like I did, wholesale to shops and to body shops. You get your little set of tasks accomplished every day, and it feels really good. Taker Sex 10 for $5. Gary, when you told Jeremy to watch Landman, he thought you said Manland and hasn't been able to put it down since or stop watching it. Yeah. He loves Landman. Can't stop thinking about Manland. If they kill Steve Rogers, I will literally walk out of the cinema. I almost walked out of Mom when Wanda killed most of those characters. Yep. I don't think they'll kill Steve Rogers. I don't think that'd be that stupid. Or they might kill a version of him, maybe. But that would just be fucking stupid. But god damn. Would you put it past him? I wouldn't. They say that you haven't truly experienced The Wall until you've seen the Nostalgia Critic version. I've experienced The Wall more than the Nostalgia Critic has ever experienced it. I could say that without watching that video. I doubt the Nostalgia Critic sucked down some 4-way window pane and a fucking half an ounce of shrooms and watched it. And I was like in the fucking movie. CRT television too, by the way. AI already has recognizable styles and that'll get worse. Use it, but be radically different and creative or be buried in slop. Michael David, you are correct. I'm going to make a prediction, but tell me if I'm off base. I think the future of entertainment will be in person and physical, not digital. Maybe. That's the one thing you can't replace with AI is a band playing live music. I think there'll be a backlash for it. The one thing I agree with Red Letter Media is the one thing that can contribute and hasten the demise of social media is nobody trusts it to be real anymore. And that's a real danger. So you have bots, you basically have AI making video, you have AI putting in comments, and it's the dead internet theory. And it very much could happen. I think I think edited videos would be the first one hit for sure. Like the first things that might get affected. Live stream, I don't know. Not so much. Not yet, anyway. You already have VTubers, so VTubers will be hit the worst when it comes to streaming because you'll be able to AI a VTuber. You just will. By the way, Burt Peanut is fucking legendary. God damn. I had no idea who he was, so I watch his clips on X now, and god damn, he's funny. Fucking funny. But you might not be. I think we all need to pray the Grizzly for the analog generation. The one that unplugs and says, fuck this. On the wall, there's an album stuff missing from the movie too, like Hey You, which has a sequence that was deleted, but you can find it in a special feature. Yes, and I have those special features. Cool, you rock. I wrote you an email about Yui Bull. He would be ready any day. By the way, Campia did not like the Avengers Doomsday teaser. How odd. Yeah, there's nothing to like. It's a reveal. It's such a waste of fucking time. It's like, just start introducing Doom. I wonder when the Spider-Man trailer is going to get out, because that looked pretty good if it's real. Pretty sure it's real. I saw it and I liked it. Ludacris says, Quarter, X-Ray, Gary, anyone read the Jacob Savage article? What Jacob Savage article? What's that? About what? Oh, no, that's Matt Taibbi. No, I have not. Thank you for the $10. Send it to me. RIP Star Trek. Gary, would you have Rick Berman on? I'd fucking love to talk to Rick Berman. I'd have to apologize to him first, because I gave him a lot of shit back in the day. Shout out to my music channel. Happy holidays. Michael David Musician. Go check out Michael David Musician. Ruben Spunkmeyer for 5 British pounds. There's a flashback in the series where Harry's dad strings him up from a tree. Looking forward to seeing how that plays out with the new casting. Well, I mean, strings him up from the tree in the movie. Yeah, it's going to fundamentally change it. So much for sallow skin, right? Thanks for the years of entertainment. Can't wait to read the book. Thank you. Beanhole for $10. Beanhole. The U.S. is not a democracy. It is a corporate oligarchy. An oligarchy. Well, it's supposed to be a republic, but a representative republic, but it is turning into, well, I mean, if the corporation is the government, yes, I agree. Is the government a representative republic? That's what we're supposed to be. Trade school is great, but takes men out of the class with political power, keeping us weak. We need to focus on useful degrees too, not just trades. Yes. But a lot of that stuff's going to fall by the wayside. Totally legit for $5. As you know, AI is going to take out a lot of the stuff that useful degrees are good for. A lot. Studied music in school, moving into professional musicianship in scores and working on my first album, says Edai. Awesome. Learned nothing useful to these pursuits in school. Anything that matters was self-studied. But I mean, we can't abandon useful degrees. So I agree with totally legit, but useful. How much of modern college and universities is useful? How much percentage-wise? I'm going to go back to the chat. What do you think? I'm going to be nice. 25%? 20%? 10 to 15%? 10%? 20% at the most, 0%. Do I still have this video? Maybe I do. I was going to put it in the video and I didn't. Silicon Valley. Let's see. Do I have it? Facom Hall, Gavin, GCU, Halloween. I know I did one. Was it TED Talk? No, maybe I don't have it. I had that scene from Silicon Valley in the first episode where the CEO is doing a TED Talk and he's like, drop out of school. It's a waste of money. It's great. Silicon Valley is one of my favorite all-time shows. So yeah, 10, 20, 15%. Whom has destroyed more fictional characters? Tom King, Adi Shankar, James Gunn, Taika Waititi, amongst them all. I think they're all really close. In comics, Tom King, like for sure. I think James Gunn is just getting started. Adi Shankar, I don't know a lot of his work other than what did he worked on Castlevania, right? That was with Warren Ellis. Taika Waititi, I mean Thor for sure. But you also have to count Hercules and Zeus and Ragnarok is not as bad as Thor Love and Thunder, which is terrible. Female Thor. Hey, Gary, is there going to be a meetup in Vegas this year? Yes. I'm trying to plan my trip with my siblings around the meetup time. Yeah, Nathan, we're changing the meetup time because MegaCon got too close. They're only like a month apart. And that would be stretching people a little bit too thin. Most people can't go to both anyway, but and let's be real, Orlando's expensive. Orlando is an expensive place. Vegas is a little less expensive, but not much. And it's catching up, which isn't going to help it very much, by the way. But August. Dying for Dead Man of Dunharrow. Yeah. Hell yeah. Ludicrous. Thank you for the $10. Gary, thank you for all you do for culture and entertainment. I admire your love and respect for Tolkien. Your passion videos have got me through a lot. I recommend you look up Malcolm, is it Gute, as a Tolkien scholar. Okay. I probably have already seen him, but can't put the name to the face. Will do. Thank you, Saint Sumerian. Ludicrous, been a member for a while. Banks change. My loyalty does. Oh, it's all good. Ludicrous, it's all good. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Hail to my fellow parts professionals out there. Big Trouble in Little China is the best truck driving documentary ever made. Second is Black Dog. Ooh, Black Dog's good. Bubba Doom. Thank you. Merry Christmas to you and the fellowship, says Epically Eddie for $20. Merry Christmas to you guys, too. I love Christmas. I absolutely love it. I've got my movies set out, my Christmas movies, Gremlins, Die Hard, Batman Returns, Christmas Vacation, Love Actually, Elf, White Christmas, and others, Scrooged, and my Doctor Who Christmas specials. I always watch those. I just watched Doctor Who, The Doctor's Wife. I forgot how emotionally good that episode was. Yeah, you go back and watch Matt Smith. I think Matt Smith was a little bit overshadowed, even by me, by the Tennant era that preceded it. But go back and watch seasons 5 and 6. They are fucking phenomenal. So good. Since dementia runs in the family, I have it in my AD that if it happens to me, to alternate between showing me the OT and Lord of the Rings extended trilogy. Yeah, so you're just watching it the first time over and over again. That's how I want to go out. Smoo for €5. Morning, Gary. Morning. Good evening, sir. Hail, chat. Wishing you and the family a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Back at you, brother. See you at MegaCon. Maybe. Come on, you can do it. We can get you out. We'll get you out, brother. Merry Christmas to you, the Nerdrotic family in chat. Right back at you, Ludicrous. The fellowship appreciates it too. We're going to have a good week. We're going to have a good week, everybody. Yes, it's been a shit year. It's been a fucking shit year for everybody. And like, I'm not usually the kind of person who says that because good outweighs the bad. There's always balance. And I had some really great times and great experiences this year, but we lost two very close members of the family this year. One very suddenly and one to cancer. So yeah, fuck 2025. Fuck off. I can't wait for 2026. It'll be better. Fuck cancer. Hail Gary, happy Saturday night. Just chilling out. Everybody needs to watch Airplane 2, the Kentucky Fried Movie, free enterprise, and over the holidays, have fun. Merry Christmas. Praise Allah. I love all of those suggestions, including our good buddy, Robert Meyer Burnett's free enterprise. Hell yeah. I'm going through some depression at the moment, says Phantom Cortex for $5. This year hit me over and over again. Thanks for the laughs. They help. Hey, anything we can do to relieve that a little bit. It's the importance of escapism, Phantom Cortex. Just talking about this in my video. You know, things like Star Wars and Star Trek and Doctor Who got people like me through very hard times by offering just a little relief from the strife and horror of the world. And you know, you're going to get through it. Okay. This too shall pass. I know it's kind of an on the nose saying, but it's true. It's true. And I've dealt with, I mean, I don't have it, like clinically, but, I've dealt through moments and, times of depression that was crippling. So my heart goes out to you, brother. Do you think DC will ever have a proper cinematic universe? So tired of being constant mediocre shit. DC laps Marvel and comics, just not entertainment. There could be, there should be. DC right now should be fucking curb stomping Marvel. But the problem is they hired a Marvel guy. And that Supergirl trailer and Superman don't look any different than Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 in particular. And Flash, same cinematographer. Not for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, but for Flash and Superman. Maybe for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, I'm not sure. It's a damn shame. I root for DC. I love DC. Even though I started out a Marvel guy, I love them both equally. Love Superman, love Batman. And they are rife to have this endless storytelling, the story of gods and monsters. I loved when I heard that from James Gunn. I'm all, yeah, but he doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. It's a bummer. It's a total bummer, but it is not a good start. Nobody can argue that it's been a good start. And that's going to probably kill it in its crib with the sale. And more importantly, people are just getting over superheroes. And every time DC does something right, they take one step forward and 3 steps back. God, I wanted to like Superman. I was like halfway through. I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm not liking this. How could I not like this? I like James Gunn's work. I do. But he's just not the right guy. I wish he was. Brett, and for anybody who says, well, you're just not liking it to be a contrarian or a grifter, it would have been far more beneficial for my channel to like it. That's a fact. As a matter of fact, it's beneficial for all content. One of the I was doing some research for TFA, and how good were the Star Wars theory channels eating a few years ago? Pretty fucking good. Pretty fucking good. And everybody does better if it's a communal cultural experience that most people like. Like if Marvel was kicking ass right now, My channel wouldn't be doing any different. Probably be doing a little better. When you're more positive about things, the ad money's better. It's a lot better. If we're going in the dollars and cents. If you want to know the truth. Longer videos, theory videos, positive videos, you get better advertisers, you make more money. You just do. Long time lurker here, and just want to say Merry Christmas and thank you for all the great entertainment throughout the years. You're my favorite Gary Sue. Thanks, Brett. Appreciate you. Thank you for the 20. Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to everybody in the chat. I can't wait for okay, you guys doing ham or turkey? Ham or turkey on Christmas? Yeah, the toxic positivity. Somebody said Eric Voss is a shill. The toxic positivity is far more advantageous and profitable. I just say, I mean, it's very easy. You don't get into any trouble in life or on YouTube if you're just honest. That's all. Pretty easy. Chili dump, ham, turkey, ham, goose, ham and prime rib. Oh, yeah. That sounds good. Ham. I'm doing ham. Roast beef. That's good. Both. Nothing wrong with both. Hey, why? This is fucking America. You can have both. Ham, boar. Ooh, well, that's ham. Lasagna. I'll eat lasagna on Christmas. Turducken, baby. Honey baked ham. That's what we're having. I have honey baked ham, and I get like the spiciest mustard or like a little bit of horseradish and oof. Turkey. Prime ribs, my second choice. We have turkey on Thanksgiving. I have never eaten goose, and nor will I. Chili is like, you can have chili all the time. I'm going to have chili tonight, as a matter of fact. Ham, prime rib, veal cutlets. Oh, I'm getting hungry now. I'm getting hungry. Grilled steaks. The winner.
Vagina.
Yeah. Dark Side of the Moon. I mean, it's like it's a great album, and I listen to it all the time. I do. But they had quite the run. Hey, remember when Dark Side of the Moon was on? It was in the top 100 for decades. Here, let's check. Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon has spent a cumulative total of 989 weeks on the Billboard 200 album chart as of the week ending in May 2024, with the album continuing to re-enter the chart sporadically over the decades. When it first debuted on the chart in March 17, 1973, it remained on the Billboard 200 for 741 weeks during its initial run from 1973 to 1988. After leaving the chart, it re-entered multiple times, including a notable return in 2011 that helped it surpass the 1,000-week milestone. As of December 21st, 2025, the album has accumulated over 1,000 weeks on the Billboard 200, making it the longest charting album in the chart's history. It's a masterpiece, engineered by Alan Parsons. What movie do you see it being recorded in? Is it live in Pompeii? Pretty sure it's live in Pompeii when they do some studio stuff. No, maybe not. There's a movie where they show it. It's a movie of another album. It's been years, and I'm sober. I was watching these really high. Is it live at Pompeii? One of the documentaries shows it being recorded. Last year, I was asked if we would check out Jeremy Adams, a straightened out Green Lantern, Flash, and now Aquaman. He is a good new talent in comics. Okay, Dave. Maybe I'll check that out. DC animation has always been awesome since the beginning. JLU was great for the B and C and D list heroes. Yes. Live action needs to take notes from them. DC fans have been saying it for years. Decky, for years. Have you checked out Mario Build Reps yet? Not yet, but I do have the channel marked. It's a must, he says. Nick the Quick for 50 Canadian pesos. Seriously, Gary, it's because of you and Drinker that I started going to theaters. Uh-oh, my phone's making it buzz. Going to theaters again. Thanks for your F1 and Weapons recommendations. You're welcome. Both very good movies. But what the fuck do I look forward to in the next year? There's nothing that I see so far. Odyssey. I think that Odyssey clip was pretty fucking awesome. And Project Hail Mary, Nick. Project Hail Mary. As a matter of fact, I recommend reading the book. Oh, and Dune Part 3. So I think there's 3 movies that you might like. But Odyssey, Project Hail Mary, Dune Part 3. As far as shows are concerned, The Gentleman Season 2, Landman Season 3 will be out. We're getting a lot of, and Night of the Seven Kingdoms. If they do that right, that's going to rock, dude. But it's not like battle, high intrigue Game of Thrones. It's a very different story. It's a story of a hero, like a true hero in Westeros. You are free to start a boycott, says Doge Pal. I mean, I don't, though. I cover entertainment, so I have to watch. I will watch it all. And the cool part is, Doge, is I did this before I even started this channel. I watched everything, whether I liked it or not. I watched everything genre I could watch. I've got some blind spots, but I only had so much time because I was working for a living back then. But yeah, when I started this channel for 4 years, I didn't make a penny. I didn't care. I just did it. I started this channel as a way to still talk about nerd stuff because I missed my customers at the comic shop. And we talked about this stuff all day. And it's really, the streaming is no different than being behind the counter at the comic shop and the stuff we talked about. But yeah, 4 years. 4 years. Hail the fellowship, says Jackson Cagle. Hail to you, brother, for $5. Thank you. Shit, the DOJ just deleted 16 of the files on the site. Plus, they already broke the law, not giving us everything like they were supposed to be great. This is a fucking mess, dude. And I don't give a fuck who's on the files. I want them out. But the fact that there are any left, they're going to be heavily redacted and the real shit's going to be gone. There are some pictures going around. And it's all the people we knew were involved. And they should all be in fucking jail. And I don't care if it's Republicans or Democrats. I don't give a shit. I need to know. And we're not gonna. You can't out deep state the deep state. Decky for 20 says, I have a master's in music and music production that I just finished, and honestly, it's worthless. I'm 56 and I came from a time when degrees mattered. I did it just to prove I could. And that's good. There's nothing wrong with that. I could have learned more doing YouTube courses. Yeah, pretty much everything I've learned from streaming. And that's awesome, by the way. Everything I've learned from streaming and stuff is from YouTube. I just simply, when I didn't know something, I looked it up. The Morgue. Thank you for gifting 5 Nerdrotic Live memberships. I appreciate it. Hail. Cobra and Invasion USA First Blood Christmas movies. Cole Hauser. I haven't watched the G.I. Joe movie in a long time. I think I need to. DC animation is a shadow of its past. I haven't watched it lately, and it's not going to get better with Netflix. Gary just finished watching Welcome to Derry. It's pretty good. I've heard a lot of good things about it. Highly recommend, especially since it has Richard Hollorant in it, and we see an experienced person with the shine face. Oh, okay, Beyonce. I'm gonna probably catch up on it. I've heard enough good things about it. My sister stayed sober during her husband's suicide this year from pills, thanks to AA, but just fell off the wagon right before Christmas. Godspeed. I'll just be there for her. Just be there for her. We're all human. We're all one day away and 1 minute away. Well, us recovering addicts from going back out. You never defeat the demons. You can keep them at bay, but they are never defeated. Dick to floor ratio. We call that DTF, Silicon Valley. Yes. Awesome show. That fucking final episode, the DTF is so good. Is so good. New name, but longtime fellowshipper. Hail and love. Beefy 5-layer husbando. 5-layer burrito. Hail, brother. Hi, Gary. You should look up Spider-Verse of Madness by a rich black guy for a laugh. It's a Thundercat for $4.99. Let's take a look. Is it this one? Okay. That is pretty funny. Sorry. I'm not going to share it, but that was pretty funny. I have to check all this stuff out. Hot take: Alone is a top 5 comedy ever. Home Alone. Home Alone. Yeah, comedy. Yes, it's funny. It is a comedy. I don't think that's much of a hot take. Cold or hot, turkey or ham? I prefer cold on both. The night of dinner, John Wayne, I want it hot, but after that, I want it cold. Because especially with ham, you can make split pea soup. Hell yeah. But that's hot. But cold ham on a sandwich with some mustard and some Swiss cheese. Fuck yeah. Everyone should listen to Alabama's In a Hurry. What is that? Is that a song? Is that a band? Bubba Doom? Go listen to it. Alabama's In a Hurry. Superman and Lois TV show wasn't horrible and was better than the James Gunn Poodoo. The Lex and Doomsday were kind of weak, though. Yeah, the show wasn't bad. Superman is just better on TV for some reason. It's weird, isn't it? You finally watched Stargate, SG1, and SG8? Not yet, Bitcoin. Once I'm done with my videos, I will be doing it. And if you're a member on the main channel, you will see my reactions. The new Tom Cruise comedy looks promising. It looks weird. It does. The Digger. The Digger. The Digger. Yes. The Alan Parsons Project, says Decky. Project. Went to see Bua at the Township Auditorium in Columbia here in the 90s with my kid mom. No doubt opened for them. They were way better. Glycerian, he was like a one-hit thing. Says, edit. I saw No Doubt. I've seen No Doubt. I have seen them once. I have seen them once. Oh. I'm checking to see if my wife's still watching her Christmas movie. I'm checking. Eric Just for 50 Danish Krona says, question to Shad. If the average Viking raider wasn't rich enough to chainmail, what kind of armor would he typically use apart from a shield? Well, I don't think any. Unless they had some kind of metal plate, because like having iron or any type of metal, it would be mostly what they got from raids. Maybe a plate. But yeah. Hail Fellowship and Zachary Levi, loved your acting. And Chuck, the pilot was filmed in our CompUSA in Redondo Beach, California. The night we closed, surreal thinking our store on the show. Keep up the great acting. Axel Foley says, Shazam! Odin, your Jim. Oh, we'll get next week. We'll get the Jimmy Stewart, Odin, Jimmy Stewart impression. What's this salty nerd podcast is quitting? Fucking bunch of quitters. What the hell's going on? What the hell's going on? No, I think they're going to change their show a little bit. What game is the most fun after family Christmas lunch? You'll have to answer this one, chat. Mortal Kombat or Mario Kart? What do you think, chat? I make you work the table, Net Stealer. I'll teach you from showing up to a conference. I'll put your ass to work. Gary makes me do homework to see my super chat read. Work it, baby. I really got a lot out of your take on Rob Reiner, his son, and addiction, and I totally agree. Congrats on your sobriety. I'm 17 years sober myself. Ooh, congrats. One day at a time. Yeah, Mike. God. Everything about that is just, it's dark. And especially it's Hollywood, so you're going to have all the typical opportunistic fucking pieces of shit like TMZ coming all over it. You had people in front of their fucking house, just influencers and content creators, and they're going to milk this. And what it was addiction. It's addiction. And Rob Reiner and his wife had limitless resources to try to help their son, whom they loved and they didn't want to give up on. But that's not going to help. I think Dr. Drew said it, and he was right, but I said it in my video. You got to let him go. The greatest act of love my father ever showed me, and we talked about this book, was kicking me out of the fucking house, ne'er to return. He still loved me. He didn't want me to die, but like I was going to, the addict is the drowning man, the drowning woman. They will take everybody down with them, and it can get dangerous. I was hanging around with dangerous fucking people. Dangerous people. But yeah, you got to let your kid go when they're that sick and that lost, and I can't. I'm thankfully not in that position, but that's what Al-Anon is for. Al-Anon is not for the addict. It is for you. It is for the people who who have had a alcoholic father, mother, brother, sister, you have some sort of addiction in your life. It could be a friend. It really helps you deal with it. It's a 12-step program for you. And saved my marriage. Like my wife went to Al-Anon and it saved my marriage. And it's not like, again, it's not sympathy for the addict. It is how you treat, how you deal with them in life. And you got to let them go. You do. And easier said than done. But Rob Reiner, whatever he fucking said about Trump, I don't give a shit at this point. Didn't deserve to go out like that. Going out at the hands of your own son. You know, and when I said, like, you don't have to care that he died, you know, you could be indifferent about it. I'm not going to judge you for that. That's real. He's a celebrity. You don't fucking know him, but going out and celebrating it, I'm not going to do that. And it's not for fucking goddamn internet optics. It's not something I do in life. I believe in karma. I'm a firm believer in there's a balance to the universe, and what you put into it, you will get out of it. And I think celebrating a death is inhuman. And that will come back on you. Darkens your soul. Darkens my soul. I'll speak for myself. I'm not going to tell what people to do. So, you know, it's a free country. And if people want to celebrate his death, go ahead. But I ain't gonna. And I know what he said. And I don't like what he said. I don't like what he said about, I've said this before, but say what you want about fucking Trump. But when you start going after Americans, my fellow Americans, Trump supporters, fans, or anything like that, that's when I start having the problem. So fuck you. But, and I think his mind was, as Zachary said, I think it was poisoned by the bubble. And, the world's a dangerous place. It's a real world. And you can't, I think one of the, I heard this a long time ago, but one of the differences between what I will say common sense people and super progressive left is the super progressive left sees a fantasy world, sees a world, what they want, what they ideally think, and they think they're just fucking right about it. And I think most common sense people, and a lot of people on the right, but not everybody, see the world as it is. See the world as it is. Thanks, man. And yeah, it was, just, it brought back a lot of stuff because, I mean, I could get in the details, but yeah, I've heard that story and seen the results of that story and dealt with people who have been in that story, which is attacking your parents, killing your parents, hurting your parents, more times than I could fucking count. It's a very common occurrence in AA. We don't talk about details because it's anonymity, but it's not anything new. Parents trying to help their addict son or daughter, and their addict son and daughter is, when they're in their addiction, they're monsters. I was a monster. And you need to feed. And you will do anything to feed. I will, as an addict. I'll use my I statements. Midway through Mahler's Star Wars Outlaws Ubisoft catastrophe video, 17 and a half hours long, started 2 weeks ago in my spare time. Will I finish by Christmas? Yes, you will. I believe in you. It's a great video. I'm only like third of the way through. I've been kind of busy. And then he dropped another one, that motherfucker. How did you get with Levi? His message of being open to listen to each other came off as tone deaf on both sides. On surface, it's nice, but it's not applicable to the fellowship as industry doesn't communicate with you. As far as, I mean, he's in the industry, Tiger King Rex Carter for 1999. And I understand your frustration because one side has been far worse to the other. But I mean, I'm willing to listen, but they are never willing to listen to me. But I'm not going to stop, trying to listen. Like there's certain people who do communicate with me. Certain people who do. But yeah, we're kind of past a part of like kumbaya, which is very sad, which I think he was trying to say. I don't want to speak for him, Tiger King, but we are past the point of like, we can talk this out, but eventually we're going to need to get there. Eventually we're going to need to get there. But it ain't no secret what side has been demonized the most. And it ain't no secret that that's led to people getting hurt and killed in the case of Charlie Kirk. But you can't blame a guy for wanting to try, I guess. You can't blame a guy. There are people who work in Hollywood who agree with what's going on. I can't just call it like, it's not just the fellowship. I think it's common sense, right? But the sad part is they can't say anything or they're going to get fired to this day. It's a little better, but not much. And I say, why would you want to work there? Why would you want to work in that environment? Because you're not making art anymore. Because you think if you're making art, you'd be free to say what you want. Now, I have never said I want one side erased or the other as far as political points of view. I just want balance. I want people to be able to say what they fucking want, no matter what side there is. And we as fans can criticize it or praise it as much as we want. But like, really, that's the beauty of free speech. You let people sound as great as they want and as retarded as they want. But that we're not getting that. We're not getting an equal application of the rules. We are not getting balance. And then we hear from progressive motherfuckers going, we're the good guys. We're the progressives. Yes, of course, we've completely silenced any opposition because we're right. We're right 100% of the time. Those are fucking dangerous people. Dangerous motherfuckers are the ones who think they're the smartest person in the room, will state that they're the smartest person in the room, and roll out of the rack every day thinking they're right about everything. Those are some fucking dangerous fucking people. Thank you, by the way. Tiger King Rex Carter for $19.99. I appreciate it. Got all 3 days off with pay approved. Hell yeah. To see Lord of the Rings re-release. I got an early Christmas gift. That is a good one. The Gary is neither early nor is he on time. He arrives late precisely when he means to. Hail to you. That's right, Mexi Rage. Thank you for the $10. Obi Wang Ravioli for 20 says, hey there, Gary. I just bought my girlfriend an engagement ring and I'm asking on the eve. Here's a dub because you triggered me and now I'm listening to Floyd. Yeah. My sober fucked up choice is opposite yours. Wish on Acid is magic. Kind of, yeah. I'm not going to say it sucks. Prayers for Ryan. The Bears are getting beat at home. Oh, what's the score here? Oh, that's right. It's playoff time, so we're getting Saturday football. NFL scores. Oh, they got it. I mean, it's the third quarter. And they're only down 13-3. They could come back from this. And they're at home. But they're going against my I think they're my second favorite team now. I don't have a first favorite, so it'd be my second favorite to a no first favorite. Packers. The Packers. Seeing that I own property in Wisconsin now, and I'm officially a Wisconsinite. Eagles beat the Commanders. You know what? I'm not coming back to the NFL until the Redskins, they're called the fucking Redskins. Until they're called the fucking Redskins. You know what? The Chargers are playing in Dallas tomorrow. Fuck, if I hadn't so much work to do, I'd go to that game. Gwen Stefani is surprisingly based. She is. Well, she's from Orange County. OC. Yo, Gary, I emailed you a lore timeline for my sci-fi story, and I'm planning to think of the potential. Would love to hear your feedback. Jake, it'd be next year, baby. I've got 2 massive videos to do and some holidays, but I will take a look at it and let you know in early January. Deal? Thanks, buddy. Thanks for the $4.99. Hey, Nerdrotic, I have decided to embark on the expensive endeavor of collecting every X-Men and X-Men affiliated comic from the first one all the way to the last good issues before Disney bought them. Any suggestions on where to stop? Oh, God. I was not a massive X-Men fan in the mid-2000s. I'm going to tell you right now. I like parts of New X-Men, but I stopped reading X-Men altogether in the mid-90s and didn't pick it up until I bought my store in 2003, and it was like midway through New X-Men. And I don't think any of it's like particularly impressive. You may disagree with me, chat, but I think X-Men was way past its prime, even in the mid-2000s. I would say go up to go up to New X-Men. And you know what? I liked Astonishing X-Men. That's probably my favorite. Onslaught was pretty much where I dipped. I stayed in tune, but I liked Astonishing X-Men by Joss Whedon. I did. I thought it was pretty cool. But that's heroic, man. That's a good goal. That's a good goal. Nuts that you had Zach Levi on. He played a character in Fallout New Vegas. Yeah, my kid told me that. That's how he knows him. That Macaulay Culkin will play in the series that is on now, Arcade Gannon. Yeah. My kid's all, have Arcade Gannon on. I'm all, what? Oh. Sent a Streamlabs Wednesday nooner request. What? Well, hang on. I'll have to go look at it. Let me get these real quick. 130,000 without power in seven. What? Really? What do they have? An atmospheric river going on right now? San Francisco blackout. That's a lot. Yep, 37 minutes ago, San Francisco Chronicle. PG&E outages in San Francisco leave 130,000 without electricity, no timeline for return to power. Oh my God, what are they going to do? How are they going to charge their phones? Power went out all the fucking time when we were there. All the time. So, hang on, Stream Labs. I got a couple more minutes and I got to dip. Where are we? I'm waiting for it to come up, Matthew. Can you and Chris watch the trailer for Boots on the next Wednesday nooner? It's the canceled Netflix gay military series. Someone called it Full Metal, something that rhymes with jacket. Yes, we can, but that's next year, buddy. Next year, no nooner this Wednesday because we're doing our Christmas Eve special. But yes, it has been canceled. And thoughts and prayers to 130,000 people in San Francisco who can't plug in their phones or look at porn on their computer. Can't do Stargate. Harry Potter with Ryan is MIA. I can do Harry Potter. Well, I won't do it without Ryan. We have to do it, but it's going to be next year. Vault of Yesteryear for $10 says, starting my own live stream channel this week on tabletop RPG reviews and news. I'm 51 and all thanks to you, Gary. Oh, good. Have fun, man. You're an inspiration. Your book was top notch and hit me hard. Cheers. Thank you for all the kind words on the book. It was not as easy as I thought to go over all that again. Really. I had to go to a couple extra meetings on that one. Thank you. And good luck. Have fun. Remember, it's just fun. It's a hobby. Was reading your book during the 16-hour outage. Oh, Green Lion hail. Sorry you had a 16-hour outage. That sounds fucking terrible. Would you have a little flashlight? Or was it probably daytime? It's probably daytime. Thoughts on Welcome to Derry and Dark Tower series. Jeremy Griggs' dad for $2. I like the beginning of the Dark Tower series, the books. It's kind of my favorite stuff by King. I love the cross genre thing about it and making it American. Welcome to Derry. I saw one episode and it didn't particularly grab me, but everybody's saying it's great. And it's probably better than Stranger Things. So I'm going to finish it. I'll finish it for the end of the year. Finish it before the end of the year. All right. If I missed anything, I'm sorry, but my wife is a calling now. So we'll be live again. I think Monday. So Monday I should be live. So we'll be back on Nerdrotic Live and here on Monday. This was just a fun one. I can't do a raid, but go check out Flashcast. They're coming up, I think, really soon. Flashcast is coming up. I can put the link in. There they are. There they are. Tell them I said what's up. There you go. We got some Flashcast. It starts in 11 minutes, but he's got about 20 minutes of intro. So y'all have a good night. Thank you. Thank you, everyone who left a super chat donation. You help keep the lights on. I will be back Monday, and we have a video hopefully tomorrow. Maybe Monday, but it's long. It was a passion project. Love you guys too. Still don't have a title for it yet, but I'll figure it out. And I'm going to go eat some of that chili. So yeah, enjoy Flashcast. I'll probably be in the chat in a little bit. Y'all have a very good night, a very Merry Christmas, and we'll see you in a couple of days. Oh, and thanks to the Modrotics, of course, you guys. Ciao, everyone.